The Middle East, often portrayed as a region steeped in a mosaic of cultural richness, also bears the weight of a tumultuous history marked by persistent conflict. From the desolate landscapes of Gaza to the war-torn streets of Aleppo, the region stands as a testament to the enduring complexities that define its geopolitical landscape. At the heart of this intricate tapestry lies the Gaza conflict, a focal point of contention that evokes comparisons to other wars raging across the Middle East. However, understanding the nuances of these conflicts requires delving into the unique historical, political, and social contexts that have shaped each confrontation. By unraveling the enigmatic layers of Middle Eastern conflict, we can begin to discern the parallels and disparities that characterize these haunting narratives of strife and resilience. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's video is the Gaza conflict comparable to other wars in the Middle East? A creepy, never-ending story. It's a story with twists and turns that will resonate with some of you. Before we dive in, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you will get all future content. Historical context. The roots of the Gaza conflict can be traced back to the mid-20th century with the establishment of the State of Israel and the displacement of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, leading to the Arab-Israeli Wars and the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. This history of dispossession and territorial dispute underpins the Gaza conflict, where Hamas, an Islamist political and militant organization, controls the Gaza Strip. Other wars in the Middle East, such as the Iraq War or the Syrian Civil War, have different historical origins. The Iraq War, for example, was precipitated by the US-led invasion of Iraq in 2003, driven by concerns over weapons of mass destruction and regime change. The Syrian Civil War erupted from a combination of authoritarian rule, socioeconomic grievances, and the Arab Spring uprisings, escalating into a complex conflict involving multiple factions and external powers. Geopolitical dynamics. The Gaza conflict involves multiple actors with competing interests and agendas. Israel, Hamas, Egypt, and various international actors all play a role in shaping the dynamics of the conflict. Israel maintains a blockade on Gaza, citing security concerns, while Hamas launches rockets into Israeli territory and controls governance within Gaza. Egypt also plays a role in mediating ceasefire agreements and controlling its border with Gaza. Other Middle Eastern conflicts have their own political complexities. For instance, the Syrian Civil War attracted involvement from regional powers like Iran and Turkey, as well as global actors such as Russia and the United States, each with their own strategic interests and alliances. The Yemeni Civil War similarly involves a complex web of internal and external actors, including Saudi Arabia, Iran, and various Yemeni factions. Duration and intensity. The Gaza conflict has been characterized by recurrent cycles of violence, punctuated by intermittent ceasefires. While the intensity of conflict fluctuates, the underlying tensions and grievances persist, contributing to a sense of perpetual crisis. Other conflicts in the Middle East, such as the Syrian Civil War, have been ongoing for years, resulting in staggering casualties, massive displacement, and widespread destruction. International involvement. The Gaza conflict attracts significant international attention and intervention, with various countries and organizations attempting to mediate and find a resolution. The United Nations, European Union, and other international actors often call for de-escalation and humanitarian assistance. However, efforts to broker a lasting peace agreement have been elusive, hindered by deep-seated mistrust and divergent interests. Similarly, other Middle Eastern conflicts have drawn in external actors, either through direct military intervention or through support for proxy groups. The Iraq War saw the involvement of a US-led coalition, while the Syrian Civil War became a battleground for regional and global powers vying for influence. Foreign intervention has often exacerbated conflicts, perpetuating cycles of violence and instability. Humanitarian impact. The Gaza conflict has had a devastating humanitarian impact, with civilian populations bearing the brunt of violence and suffering. The blockade imposed by Israel has led to severe shortages of essential goods and services, exacerbating poverty and unemployment. Additionally, frequent military confrontations result in casualties, destruction of infrastructure, and displacement of civilians. Other wars in the Middle East have similarly caused immense human suffering. The Syrian civil war, for example, has resulted in hundreds of thousands of deaths, millions of refugees, and widespread destruction of cities and communities. The Yemeni civil war has led to a humanitarian catastrophe, with millions facing famine, disease, and displacement. Religious and ideological dimensions. The Gaza conflict, like many other wars in the Middle East, is intertwined with religious and ideological dimensions that often exacerbate tensions and deepen divisions. In the case of Gaza, the conflict between Israel and Hamas is not solely about territorial disputes, but is also fueled by religious narratives and competing visions for the region. Hamas, an Islamist organization, draws support from segments of the Palestinian population who see the conflict through the lens of religious identity and resistance against perceived occupation. On the other hand, Israel's stance is influenced by its own religious and historical narratives, including the significance of Jerusalem and the broader Zionist movement. Similarly, conflicts such as the Syrian civil war have been fueled by sectarian tensions and ideological rivalries, with various factions seeking to impose their vision of governance and society. The intertwining of religion and ideology adds another layer of complexity to Middle Eastern conflicts, shaping perceptions, motivations, and potential pathways to resolution. Conclusion. While the Gaza conflict shares commonalities with other wars in the Middle East, such as historical grievances, geopolitical complexities, and humanitarian crises, each conflict has its own unique dynamics and challenges. Understanding these complexities is crucial for developing effective strategies for conflict resolution and promoting peace and stability in the region. Ultimately, addressing the root causes of conflict and fostering dialogue and reconciliation are essential steps towards building a more peaceful future for the Middle East. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.